happening, Pete?
3 mics.
So, how was the Super Bowl?
Maybe I watched the first quarter and I'm like, oh, Kansas City's out of this. Then I tuned out and then I.
Not a great game, very lopsided. But I was at a Super Bowl party and I ended up winning the first quarter, so nice little
Squares?
prize. Huh?
You had squares?
Well, yeah, we did the grid of 100, squares. And
Yeah, squares, yeah.
It was good. It was perfect. So I had 7-0, pretty good numbers. Actually, I was in the running for several quarters, but I won one quarter. My wife won a quarter. So it was all good. Oh, nice party.
Holy crap! Who was running the pool? You?
No, actually, I was not. I just got lucky. Once in a while, I get lucky. Took it easy this weekend. I found out that the Mad Dogs and Englishmen show got postponed to June, so that's not happening now at the end of this month. Found that out on Saturday, but I took it easy. I stayed in. I watched some TV, and I had the Super Bowl party yesterday. I it was actually one of my few weekends where I wasn't running a lot. Getting ready for the concert for Gordie this coming Sunday at the Broken Oar. I'm on a couple songs, which is good. And, then I get to hang out, which will be fun.
What are the songs you can be slapping your skins on?
As long as these songs stick and they don't get changed, I'm on Magic Man from Heart.
Nice.
Crazy on You from Heart. Roll with the Changes, REO, Hotel California, Egos.
Who's going to be on stage with you in that part? Is that Heart to Heartbreakers, sounds like?
No, it's not. Honestly, I got to be honest with you. I got to look at the spreadsheet. I don't even know.
You can't tell the players without a scorecard? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, just show off. I just, I don't have I just show off.
Okay. I understand.
But yeah, it's not Heart to Heartbreaker. It's all these different players who signed up for these songs.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if anybody from Heartbreakers showed up on it, since they would know all the...
No, matter of fact, I believe Crazy on You is Elise. So the girl that sang with us at the Coterie with Terry for the Motown, I think she's singing on that one. And Chris Rhodes, he's on. I think Chris Rhodes is on everything that I'm on. Jim Hart is on. He's playing on Roll with the Changes. So hopefully I don't screw it up.
So you're going to be the new T-shirt designer? Are you going to have a design out there? You can design your whole line there.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't do anything. I signed up for the thing. I didn't know I was creating T-shirts. I was going to create a saying, something to put on the back, because I think when you have something on the back, I think it, people, then they see it and then they want to see what's on the front. Well, you want to keep the Hog podcast on the front, don't you?
You can do whatever, man. There's a Hogpod University one in there. There's a live music junkie one in there.
Oh, I saw that one. I saw that. That's good. Those are good. So we got no Mike Dermont today, but we have Mike Ostrenga.
Oh, okay. That's right. So it's only the 2 mics.
Yeah.
But
I think
two
so.
Mike-EOs.
Well, hey, at the Coterie, there was 3 Mike O's on, Mike Mojo, Michael O'Brien, me, and Mike Oliveira. So, I mean, when do you get 3 Mike O's in one shot?
I don't know, but for a guy that's not good with names, it's not a happy coincidence.
You can always be like Art Sheeran, just remember their birthdays.
Yeah. Agent.
Oh, Art is on one of those songs with me. He's playing bass.
Oh, okay.
Muddling through on Sunday. Wait, when am I up?
What? Okay.
When? How to do this?
I'll just sit on the stage till I'm ready.
I don't want to play the whole day though. I mean, I because Chris Rhodes is like, you could probably play on every song. I go, yeah, I don't want to do that. I go, I just want to kind of go up, play a couple songs, and
Yeah.
I want to
You
relax.
want to celebrate the life too, right?
I want to say he was a good guy. I got to tell you, you know, I probably only known him a couple years, but
Yeah.
I remember him coming up to me like he knew me. I mean, it was, hey, we had started a conversation with me, and all of a sudden I'm talking to him for 20 minutes, and now I start seeing him at every Broken Oar show, every Sundance Saloon show. I've kept running into the guy, and he's a super nice guy. So it's sad when that happens. A
Well,
young
so there's a
guy.
lot of people that come out to consistently to the shows, right?
Yeah,
You-
he was he was a he was a guy that was always there, and he was a supporter of live music and just a genuinely good guy. I mean, I think that's why there's a lot of people coming out to this on Sunday because they want to be there to support him and his family and show their support for the guy that showed support for a lot of these bands. I mean, he was. Yeah, oftentimes I'd look out in the crowd and he was there. So.
And the event is when and where?
It is at the Broken Oar this coming Sunday, which is February 16th. And I think it says 1 p.m., but I think the music probably will get going at like 2.
Two to
And
five,
then I
two to
think
six, something like that.
yeah, I don't know how many songs. I could probably tell you roughly how many songs there are. Could look.
Well, we're recording this on Monday, February 10th, and you know what this date is, Mikey O?
February
I, th
10th,
I think it's somebody's birthday at the Broken Oar.
Bonnie's. Happy birthday, Bonnie.
Bonnie,
You're
happy
right.
birthday.
I do remember that. All
Here's
right,
to you, young
let's.
lady.
Yes, cheers to Bonnie. We will see her and celebrate her on Sunday as well. And it looks like there's about 30, 35 songs, maybe. Oh, there's some really good stuff on here that I didn't even realize. Blue Sky from the Allman Brothers.
A good
Hmm,
10-minute song for you.
probably do something. Shit, I shouldn't be looking.
Where do the Skeeters
Oh,
play next?
yeah, our next show is March 9th at Toadstool Pub in their little atrium thing. It's a Sunday, so Sunday, March 9th at Toadstool Pub in Highwood. And I believe it's 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. afternoon thing, Sunday fun day. We've got a new keyboard player.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Greg, our keyboard player for the last couple years, he wanted to do more traveling. He's retired and, he didn't want to be weighted down with the schedule. So he's our backup now. And so we got a guy, this guy, Dave. He's very good. He came and we had our first practice last week with him. And he is the keyboard player for Mellencooper.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so we got a new guy. So we're getting him indoctrinated into the set list. We got a bunch of new stuff that we pulled out like 15 new songs on at our gig on at Station 34. Now this guy's got to learn all this stuff plus
Right.
all the old stuff. So
We got
and it
another
looks like
Mikey O here.
yes, Mike the bass player is how he puts it. He's got a
MTBP.
team. Nice acronym. Let's see
You
if we
like
can
that?
get Mike Ostrenga on here. Let's see if he's gonna
He's in the green
unmute.
room. He's rifling through the M&Ms right now.
M&Ms. So yeah, that's our next show, the 9th. And then we're going to be at Sundance on the 23rd of March. And that's going to be an acoustic show once again in the afternoon. We got these afternoon shows
Why is it
uh,
acoustic?
because it's kind of a smaller stage. We're going to
Yeah, I
strip
can't
down a
fit
little
all.
bit. Yeah. Hey, it's good acoustic. I mean, it's reworking.
Yeah, reworking. I hear you.
You remember when Nirvana did that, right? You know,
Yeah, MTV.
MTV, right? Well, this is not MTV. This is Sundance Saloon. But yeah, that's the next two is in March. We took some time off, not intentionally, but with the change in the keyboard position right now, it was the right thing to do. So that's it. That's what I got on tap. And then, like I said, 2 gigs got postponed. the gig at the end of the month. And then there's Mikey O.
Another Mikey O, the bass player.
Figured it out. Yeah, there's times actually where there's like 4 or 5 mics on stage playing music with Wolfie or something, and that's fun.
But how many Mike O's?
Mike O'Brien, you, me. I think that's it.
Mike Oliveira.
Mike Oliveira. Oh, how could I forget?
Jeez.
Now he's going to be mad at me. Oh man.
Bongo
no,
Mike. Bongo Mike, you know this Mike, the bass player?
I do know this guy. This guy is a bass player savant, right? He gets to play with a lot of different bands. We're going to talk about those today, and he also plays banjo. He also plays guitar. You play accordion?
No, mandolin, keyboards, probably anything I set my mind to play, I'd pick up and play. I could do it. I think.
Yeah.
We have yet to see.
Yeah, we're going to call you multi-instrumentalist and lots of different projects. So, Mike Ostrenga, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Howdy.
Mike Dermont is traveling, so we got no Mike Dermont, but you're feeling better, right? I know you were sick last week.
Yeah. You know, it just hit me like bam. And not much knocks me out, but whatever this was going around, when I felt it in my lungs and then couldn't talk for 3 days, and that was it. So yesterday my voice came back, and you know, hallelujah. If I'd have been a singer, like with a show or something, I'd have been worried.
You'd have been done.
Well,
it would have been an instrumental show.
It would have been. We'd have played Jessica all night long.
So, Mikey, tell us. Let's talk about some of the projects you're involved with now. The current stuff you got going. I know what they are, but for the folks out there in
I don't know what they are.
Pete, you know what they are.
I'll tell you what they
Work
are.
with me.
I will. Okay. Well, here's a few different things. First off, let me say Tamara had hoped to join us. She had an emergency, so she may or may not join us later. So
who is Tamara, in case she pops in?
Tamara Woodruff. She's a fantastic vocalist, keyboardist who's been around the Chicago scene for decades and decades. I met her maybe 3 years ago through Koteri, and it was the Southern Rock Koteri, and we played a bunch of stuff together. Didn't know her from anybody, and from that point on, we got a couple different projects going, a couple different things, and
so when she shows up at the bar, we know who she is. All right,
right. Say you're that gal that Mike was talking about. Which Mike?
Mike O.
Oh no! Right, here we go again. Cough drop.
So
there you go.
Oh,
gummy.
Gummies.
So no. I tried one of those like a couple of years ago when they first became legal. Forget about it. Knocked me out. Can't do it. No, thank you. I imbibed plenty back in the day. Probably enough for everybody that's going to be watching this, but that's another story. So what were we talking about?
We were talking about your projects.
Okay. Yeah, what bands? What do you do?
So you have two with Tamara, right? There's two.
Two with Tamara. Empress, first of all, that's a 90s alt rock band, female fronted. Really, really solid music. It's like the harder driving stuff. A lot of the pop stuff too, but we kind of do it. We approach it our own way, which there's a little bit more energy to it, which I think is fun. You know, everybody's heard these songs. Just about every musician's played them. For me, I like doing it just a little bit different, a little bit of twists, you know, and that way every show is a little bit different. Sort of the Grateful Dead of 90s alt rock. Here's a song, for instance, the song Airplane by Red Hot Chili Peppers, right? It's probably a 4-minute song on the album. You could make it 10 if you want, you know, and just let people start dancing, having fun, and that's what it's all about.
It's got a great bass. It's got a great bass line. We actually do it in the Mosquitos. We don't
Do
jam
you?
it out too much. We probably do it more closer to the 4 to 5 minute, but it's got a really cool bass line and it's got that little breakdown spot in it. Kind of cool.
It does. I get to do my slap bass all over it, and
Yeah.
I
Is
tell my
Flea
hand.
one of your influences, Mike the bass player?
Not really. I appreciate them more now than I did when they first came out. I'm a old school guy. Who, John Entwistle, Chris Squire, yes, Geddy Lee, that type of thing. But I tell you, he can't knock Flea for some of his jams and his grooves. Man, he's got it.
And he's still alive.
I just learned this. I figured, those guys were party animals still to this day, but they quit that stuff a long time ago. It's probably a good thing they did. That's probably why he's still alive. That whole mess traps a lot of people. We all know that. Flea, yes. I don't hit the strings as hard as him. He makes more money than me, so he can pay for the hand surgeries he needs when he breaks his hands hitting the bass. Not me. So
You brought up Geddy Lee. Do you grow your fingernails? He's a big fingernail. It's like really long.
No
and
way.
he's a
I didn't
big
even know that.
with his
No
nails.
way. Well, him and who was like that guy that grew them where they were like 20 inches long and they curled around like that. That'd be hard to play the bass, but
It'd be a little bit, yeah.
when I finger pick, I use his style a lot, which are fingers forward to pick rather than back like this. So maybe that's what he uses.
You're talking bass guitar stuff, and you got Pete's a bass guitar, and you're a bass
Oh.
guitar. I don't know none about it. I know nothing about that stuff.
Well,
I'm root note Pete. Don't worry about me, Mike the
I
bass
can
player.
help with that. I can help with that, Mike Orfanos, Bongo Mike. I'll put a bass guitar in your hand one day and I'll get up there behind your bongos and we'll see what happens.
It's not going to be pretty.
Then we're not that far apart. I play by sound a lot. I never took lessons really, so
picked it up all by ear.
When I was a little, my mom taught me how to play. She grew up playing guitar, hillbilly music, down in Alabama, like the true hillbilly music. So when I was a little kid, 5, 6, she put a guitar in my hand. I still have the guitar she gave me. It's a 61 Silvertone. My dad got it for her the year I was born. So I still have that thing. But she taught me a few chords and I just played and figured out from that point on.
Well, you play a lot of instruments. Why are you sticking with the bass? I got demoted to bass. Why are you playing bass?
Hey now, I love it. Hey, Pete, I didn't know. Who do you play with?
I played nobody. I got doubly demoted to bass, and I'm not in a band anymore.
Oh man. Well, let's start a band, me and you.
Okay, I got enough headaches, man.
I don't know. We could go out and do something. We'll be coterie bass, all bass coterie.
Thumpasaurus.
Right. Dermont, if you're hearing this, we're just joking. We're not going to take over coterie.
Don't worry, we'll edit this out in post.
Oh, okay, good. Excuse me if I'm talking a lot.
That's okay.
Something nasty has been going around. A lot of people have been getting sick. So far this season, I avoided everything, which I'm really, really happy about. But, just boom.
You sound pretty good for being sick 3 days ago. That doesn't sound bad.
I just got my voice back yesterday. So watch me blow it here in 5 minutes. It's like I take the cast off my hand. Oh, I can play bass again. And then I break all my fingers again. Watch.
You're in the green room and everybody's sitting together and you got that one person all of a sudden and you're going down. Do you know who you got it for?
For me, it was, I know exactly when it happened. I work on cars too, right? And I was giving a customer a ride home. And when I got in their car to give them a ride home, I could feel it. And I was like, uh-oh. And then the customer starts coughing. And I'm like, this is bad. I'm like, I didn't want to touch anything. I'm like, what am I? So.
You're out.
That was it. Yeah, rubber. I work with rubber gloves when I'm doing chemicals and everything.
Yeah.
And if I'd have been thinking, I would have said, this person doesn't sound well. I'm taking some rubber gloves, a dust mask or something.
Well, you sound good, and you sound like you're going to be okay for concert for Gordy on Sunday. It sounds like you're gonna be playing that. So
Well, that's really such a good cause. I mean, who didn't love Gordy?
Oh, Gordy, tell me what you know about Gordy, Mike.
Gordy, he's been just about, I'd say, to 75% or more of the music events that I've been to. So I mean, I simply just know him through that, and he was such an advocate for bringing people together. He was always introducing these people to this person, making everyone come over and sit by his table, and just making sure everyone knew each other's names. And if it was members of different bands and stuff, he always knew every band. He must have had 100 local bands in his head, if not more. So he was able to make all those connections with people. Well, this person used to play bass with them or this person was the original drummer for this. I mean, he was able to make those connections. So to me, that was kind of fantastic. He remembered a bunch of stuff I did, like with other places other than, in and around like the Coterri scene. So it was kind of neat. He just remembered all those kind of things and was able to make connections. That's how I remember him. And just, last time I saw Gordy was T.D. Clark's Six Strings for Susan event at Broken Oar. We were just talking and talking and talking and talking. I hear, Mike, get up on. We were talking so much, I forgot to get on stage to play a song I was supposed to go play. So I was like, Gordy, hang on. So we took our picture, and that was last time I saw Gordy. So he's one of those people I couldn't imagine anybody at any time having something or anything negative to say. A lot of us, this person, was a jerk about that or this or that.
he was loved by a lot of people.
Loved by a lot of people. That's short and to the point. Yep. So that event is going to be fun.
Yes.
If I put a song up, like, did he have like a favorite song, or was there a genre, or he just liked everything that was local?
Roll with the changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim Hartson would tell me he really liked that song. So
okay, which band am I going to pull that up?
REO Speedwagon.
No, like which local band covers it?
Oh, I'm not really sure.
Speedwagon, thanks.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't think you were really asking me that question, were you?
We'll look it up. Okay.
Yeah, it's this little band called REO. You may have heard of them,
Pride of Champaign, Illinois. So, Mikey, are you up in Wisconsin, man?
No, Grays Lake.
You're in Grays Lake. That's Wisconsin, isn't it?
Well,
Close.
it's close. I measure everything from where it is in Illinois to Mars Cheese Castle, and I'm like 15 minutes to Mars Cheese Castle. So
that place is bitching, man.
I love it. You go in the right time, and they get all the fresh samples out.
Yeah.
And you take your little toothpick, your new toothpick. Nobody ever grabs one little square. They always grab two or three. Yeah.
You got to put one in each knuckle and bam.
Right. Got a fistful of cheese.
Fistful of cheese.
That's how we do it in Grays Lake.
That's great.
So, yeah, in Wildwood, little town outside of Grays Lake, on Gages Lake. So I love fish. So for me, it's nice. Every chance I get, I walk down to the lake and fish, or take a little boat out, my little fishing boat or something.
Like, what was your musical progression? You play a bunch of instruments. How did it go? Who influenced you?
I don't know. I've always played when I was a little kid. My folks would take me to country and western bars, and there'd be the adults playing country and western. And here's this little kid, Mike, with a guitar. Yep, go ahead and play Johnny Be Good, play old Johnny Cash stuff. So naturally, that evolved to playing in church and in bands in junior high school. In junior high school, we were playing bars. Believe it or not, the band I was in We were from junior high all the way through high school. It was a band called Flight. Everyone still plays. We get together every few years and get together, and it's just like, okay, what do you want to play? This past year we got together and played the entire Yes, Close to the Edge album. So I mean, and then after that, I did an original band, original power metal for a few years up out of Madison, Wisconsin, and we played all the bigger clubs. And believe it or not, I was the singer of that. Yes. Don't tell anybody I sing.
Just between those girls.
Right, between us. So that was fun for a few years, and then I stuck with those guys writing and everything, and then I played in a series of different cover bands, maybe about half a dozen different cover bands all around the Chicago area, and then got the call to do the coterie stuff. So that's why I'm here. I've known a bunch of the people, and Southern rock was kind of my what I really loved, and that was the first event. So it was like, Mike, you got to be in this one. I'm like, okay. One of the songs I sent you was the first thing I did with that was Jessica by the Allman Brothers, instrumental. So that was fun, and Tamara's playing on that too. Mojo, who else? Ben Schachter, Mike Good, Alex T. Alex on drums. She's out in L.A. now. Fantastic drummer, sweetheart of a person.
Alex and the All Stars, right?
Alex and the All Stars, right? With she was in Buddy's band.
Yep, Buddy. Buddy Wiggleman.
Yep. So, and then Wolfie was on Cajon for that too. So that was.
Wait, we got to go back. So we're talking about Empress, right?
Oh,
you also have another band you're starting with Tamara. Why don't you tell us about that?
That band is called Blue Bayou. It's a Linda Ronstadt tribute.
Oh,
it's fantastic. We got a couple of the players, some old high school friends. One old high school friend from the Eagles tribute band, Heartache Tonight.
Bean.
Do you know Bean? Yeah, Bean's in it.
He's the drummer.
Bean, the drummer.
He's the Don Henley guy.
Don Henley guy. Yeah, he and I have been friends since grade school. So him, Tommy O'Brien, Tony Clavicella, and Alex Gowland. Venues are calling us like crazy to book this. So it's really coming together. Probably about 2 months, we're going to do our first show with that at Geneva Stage in Lake Geneva. I'm really excited about that one. That one's really
almost seems like a theater show, right, Mike? Is like that's something I could see playing at like Desplaines Theater, paired up with another tribute type band,
exactly,
or Arcada. I mean, that's like, I mean, it's kind of sit down music. It's a performance. It's really not, get up and drink beer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
cool.
It's I hadn't done a band like that, probably post high school shows. Yeah, that's exciting. Hang on, I got another cough drop here.
We're gonna keep talking,
Mikey. Oh, we don't want to keep pushing now, man. I don't want to mess you up.
Well, I got more questions. I got another question for you. You're going to be playing, or you're sitting in with. Now, I sat in with you guys with this band a few months back, and I know they've changed some members. It was casual abstinence. You're sitting in with them this Saturday at Whiskey River.
Right, with
Rock Chalk, right? So a friend I went to school with.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, Rob Mandel.
With this incarnation, he has DJ from Wise Guys playing guitar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bernie.
Bernie. From action figure Bernie. So we'll call him Bernie. The drummer's name is Bernie. No, but that's going to be fun. That's at Whiskey River. That's like, I'm from Glenview, so that's stomping grounds.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And then Mojo, Mike Good, Dan Dillon, and I have another project focused on originals called Earthshine. He's going to do one of these shows later on. He'll talk more about it. But that's really where my heart is with originals. So
you guys, Earthshine is doing some songs on Sunday at the concert for Gordie. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a couple originals ready, but we're gonna play a couple covers and just see how the day goes. And Gordy always said he wanted to hear some originals, so we'll see. You know,
Yeah.
They're mellow. They're like in the vein of Allman Brothers ish. So
Cool.
you know, if the will is there, we'll play it. You know,
Yeah.
so
I saw it on the
you're-
list.
Oh, okay.
I saw him on the list. I didn't know that what that was. Yeah, so then someone told me it was an original band that was, because you guys are going up as a band, all you guys together. Yeah.
We are, yes. Yeah, it's not really a debut or anything like that. It's just, you know, it's just an event that we're happy to play at, honored to play at. But that's really the coolest project to me. When we get together, there's not any work to writing anything. It's just, you know, somebody plays a chord, somebody else does something, and all of a sudden there's a song.
Who's writing the lyrics?
We're all chipping in. Mojo,
Okay.
Mike. You know, we got a few songs down, a few more cooking. Probably this Wednesday we're going to get together. So we may need a percussionist or a second bassist. You never know.
Well, I am going to bring the djembe and some hand percussion on Sunday.
There's going to be, you know, plenty. We're playing a couple. The covers we're playing is Already Gone, Amy, and Blue Sky by the Allman Brothers.
Oh, you guys, okay, you guys are doing Blue Sky. That's you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's us, yeah. So sit in, feel free.
I could do that. See what happens, Pete? Just when I was out, they pull me back in.
That's right.
Just-
You're gonna be
just
slapping
like
them
that, you know?
skins.
I can do that though, Mike. I can definitely come up. I mean, it's going to be there, so I can definitely add something to that.
You know what that made me think of just now? The first time I ever played with Empress was in one of the Discord shows at Sundance. Remember? It was that I can think of the song how it goes, but
Yeah, it was Reckless or
dumpa 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 bum.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sent me a message and you said, "Can you sit in on this?" And I'd never heard the song, and I listened to it. I go, "Wow, there's a percussion part." Yeah,
see, that's just how it happens.
I do remember that now. It was the Discord. Yeah,
Right. Like I miss those. They were around for a couple years, but
they'll do it again.
maybe. I hope so. I know they're doing Monster Jam now at Rock House.
Yeah.
They have that cooking. So Yacht Rock. No. It's not Yacht Rock. It's 80s stuff is the first one.
Oh, really?
You didn't vote for Yacht Rock, did you?
For Koteri?
Yeah.
I did. I did vote for Yacht
Why?
Rock.
Explain yourself, sir.
Just because I think it's so damn funny. You know,
Here we go. Here we go. Hold on.
One instrument I've never played is vibes. You know, like
you got vibes?
Oh no, he's got his hat. That's it. No, but I would rent some to play the vibe solo on the Moonlight. It's all right. You know that song?
Yeah.
Now listen to that song and listen to the vibes, and then think me playing it just like I did the thing with the banjo for
in the summertime.
That was my whole reason, because I want to play the vibes on that song.
Yeah, that's a really cool vibe tune, actually.
It is. And
the name of the band is Starlight, right?
Starlight, right? And I'm nowhere near the level to play that, so it's just wishful thinking.
Tell you what, man, I was in a band that had vibes. We were doing like music. It was like kind of the stuff like you'd hear like the Pink Panther, like, you know, or the beginning of Sex and the City, that instrumental stuff. And we had a guy that had the 2-tier vibes, and we had to roll them into the practice. And it never went anywhere. It was called Voodoo Island, but it was really cool. And this guy could really play the vibes. And I want to say he spent probably 10 grand on these vibes, and then it never went anywhere, you know.
They're not cheap. I was looking at them, you know, on Marketplace.
Very expensive. Yeah.
4 or 5 grand for like just a good set, but doesn't look that expensive to me. But
well, you can probably pick up a mallet cat, which is the electronic version of those. And the mallet cats with the module that gives you all the sounds, probably 5 or 6 grand for that. That's something very small, easy to move. It's not like this guy had the full 2-tier vibe. You
Oh,
had to roll it in. Yeah. So
that that's got to be heavy and awkward to move.
awful.
Yeah, like have you ever played with a keyboardist that had a actual Leslie, the rotating speaker, the
Oh
things that
yeah.
weigh like
Oh
100
yeah.
pounds? We used to carry those. Lucky that was that high school band I was telling you about. We were
Yeah.
all kids. I was like,
Yeah.
Did you play an upright
The guy
bass?
from Mr. Blotto used to use that.
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
God, let's not. I'm going the opposite direction. See that Fender stack back there, the
Yeah.
Rumbles. They're like 25 pounds each. Those cabinets. So lift them with both hands. I look like I'm really strong. Look at that guy. He's really
Which
strong.
which Rumble you got? What number?
I have the Rumble 200. I use for my synth pedals, and then I have the Rumble. It's the 210 cab. It's called the 700 cab that I use for my bass. I use an Ampeg PF 500 head for that. So I split. I don't use both cabinets for one instrument. I split them. So
I don't know what number I got, but it is wild how it can connect with your phone, Wi-Fi, plug in different sounds, and I can almost sound like a bass player.
do you have an amp that can connect to your phone?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Rumble 1000 Studio or whatever the hell it is. I don't know.
Oh no way! That I didn't even know.
No, it's out there.
Yeah.
I just don't sound good playing it. No, no matter what patch I put in there.
You know what? I bet you you'd sound good with.
What?
I'm gonna go on a limb.
A
Yacht rock.
tambourine?
No, yacht rock. You're gonna play bass and yacht rock.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You're
Pete,
gonna
why are
play.
you so down on yacht rock?
You're gonna
It's
play one.
it's a BPM thing. I'm sorry. I prefer
Blood
something
pressure.
above the fourth floor.
Oh
Lingerie.
yeah. Well, just don't get on the elevator. Just pick up that bass with your rumble amp that connects to your phone,
Yeah.
and
I want to
hey,
connect it to your amp.
you can do that. You can do that. You stand out front, I'll stand in the back,
It
and
sounds great today.
yeah, wow, wow, what happened to him?
Very
Just
Milli
don't.
Vanilli.
So,
He sounds
so
like Flea.
doesn't look like him though. So you're not a music theory guy? Like, how did were tabs around? Like, how'd you learn to play?
I think it helped starting knowing guitar
Yeah.
and like positioning on the frets and keyboards and that, which I learned way before I learned bass. Listen to me. I started playing bass in a band when I was 12 or 13, so played a lot of instruments before that. So I just always figured it out, by ear. I'll listen to it, and if it works, it doesn't take long for me to figure something out. I say I've never took lessons. I took one lesson, and I've still got a couple. I bought a few lessons from Dave Pistorius, Jocko's nephew, one of the best bass players I've ever heard in my life. I took one lesson from him, and he started teaching me theory. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this stuff. It's
There's a
like
lot. You get deep dive into it.
well, and then the trouble is, I learn a little bit and I try to apply it to the stuff I know how to do already. And then I'm like, okay, I don't know. Some people may laugh at me for that. Some people may say, hey, whatever. I don't know.
Is Dave Pistorius the bassist for
Pat
Pat Travers? Okay, it
Yep.
is. Okay, yeah. I knew I saw him play, and I didn't realize till after I was at the Broken Oar actually, and someone's like, "Yeah, that's
Yeah, I saw you there that day. Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah." It was Dave Pistorius. I go, "Is that Jocko's son?" And he's like, "Yeah, oh, okay, really good."
His nephew. His
Nephew,
nephew, yeah.
nephew.
He's few bass players like that I watch. I'm like, I'm never going to be, I'm in my 60s. I'll never do that. If I can learn a couple things here and there, great. I'll take that. But there's, in this music scene that we have in Chicago, there's so many good players. I'm just blessed to play with as many people as I do. That's how I look at it. If I can hold the bottom down for somebody playing guitar and, doing percussion and singing. That just makes me so happy, when things come together like that. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's like
I got to play
when
alongside you. I got to hear the thumping bass,
we have
during whatever song it was that we did.
we Mike, you and I have jammed together actually quite a bit.
I know.
You think about it.
Casual Abstinence, the Coterie, the Discord. So yeah, it's been we've had a lot. Our paths have crossed several times.
Yeah, those guys. Are you going to come out Saturday and play bongos again?
Not. I'm not.
Oh.
I actually have tickets to Martyrs, to a band called Steely Dan.
Steely Dan?
That's a great name.
They are a touring Steely Dan cover band. Because Rob already called me, or he texted me and said, "Could you come out?" I said, the tickets were already bought. I go, and something changes, but I'm not going to be able to make it to this one. Otherwise, I would. I schlep whatever I can and come up and play, because I know the stuff you guys do, and I had a great time playing alongside you. When we did the Casual Abstinence shows.
Yeah, I think I rehearsed with those guys one time. And
yeah, here's 30 songs. And by the way, we'll mash things up, and I don't know where it's going to go. So hang on.
Exactly. And that's exactly what they did. And for this go around, I figure, okay, I've played these songs. I know them. They hand me 30 different ones. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm learning 100 Linda Ronstadt songs. I'm writing all this. And then Empress, we've got Sean from Forever Flannel on drums, Alex on guitar, and Francois on guitar. So we're able to expand our repertoire a little bit, which is cool.
Yep.
But that also means new songs. So am I.
Yeah, it's a totally, that rock chalk it's a different set list than what they had before. There might be a couple ones that are similar, but I think there's a lot of new stuff. And it's
there
good.
Isn't one song. There's not one song that they played before.
When you're doing Empress, what are your favorite 90s tunes to partake in?
A lot of that music, my kids were little during that era, right? So
yeah,
I wasn't playing a lot. I would listen to the radio, get in the car and that, but I was writing. But so just about anything is new, any of the stuff we do. But a lot of the stuff, the Tool stuff is incredible. But bands that people may consider like just pop bands and stuff, like Bush, for instance, some incredible writing with that sort of stuff. Pretty Reckless. We're doing a Matchbox 20 song now. That band just was off my radar, and I'm like, wow, they did some really interesting writing with this stuff.
Yep.
So to me, it's all a new experience. Which
okay, Quadrophenia. I know you're going to be up there. I got a video of you and Mikey O dancing together playing that one. I get it. Like what else do you have out there you like playing?
Oh, do I like playing?
Yeah, we'll get away from the 90s. What do you like?
Oh,
okay,
90s?
Great. This one's coming up in the set list. I'm like, all right, good.
Okay.
I feel that way about all the songs I play, Pete.
I feel that way about all the songs I play, Pete. Don't you know it? They're all great. Good Lord, I really enjoy a song by Tool, "Sober." It's it's just a rocking tune, and it goes up and down, with dynamics so much. And
What the
there's
hell
some
is
real
a Jesus whistle?
Jesus whistle.
Yeah, that's
I don't
a
know.
lyric in the song. I don't know.
I'm one of those people that never really knows the lyrics to songs. I always have other words in my head.
I'm the same way, but when I hear Jesus whistle, I'm like, what the hell is that? And I still haven't found out what the hell that is. So none of us know. We'll put that out for the audience to find out and put in the comments, please. Thank you.
When he wants his dog to come to him, he would Jesus whistle. And his dog, I don't know.
I'm sorry, we digress. Continue, Mike. Well, you still have your voice.
Okay, now I can't even think. Yeah, for Empress, just any of the stuff we do, I like. We usually start out with Machine Head by Bush. That's just a fun one to start out with. It's just right up there, cranks. Just so much fun to play. Tamara's gonna kill me now because I'm not like naming all the songs.
We're gonna put all the songs here, like your set list. You send me a picture of your set list. It's got beer poured all over it and sweat stains.
That's what happens. You can't help those things. And then I would say I sent it, but my dog ate it.
Don't you have an Empress show coming up pretty soon? Okay.
At Raymond's Bowl and Johnsburg with Forever Flannel, and that's exciting. I've never played there. It's a super fun place to play. It's kind of small. It's always really crowded. That's such a fun town. So we have that, and then we have Side Out show coming up. Diamond Gems. We have Broken Ore.
So now you're doing the show with Forever Flannel,
right? Yep.
So the drummer's going to do both bands.
Drummer's going to do both bands, and we just found out yesterday that he accepted our offer to be our full-time drummer.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So
double duty.
Did he accept, or did his wife give him permission? I don't know.
Yes.
Right.
How long it will be till he gives you a dirty look?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't pay much attention to anybody. Everyone gives me dirty look all the time. They're like, play the simple part. Quit playing all those notes. Now we played together once or twice. I'm not a root bass player, really. Boom boom. Mike will attest to that.
There's a lot of movement.
Yeah. Well, keeps it exciting. Keeps everyone on their toes.
Active bass playing.
Mikey Orfanos, where are the Skeeters playing next?
Skeeters are going to be at Toadstool Pub March 9th. It's a Sunday fun day, 2 p.m. to 5:30ish.
In the atrium, you say?
In the atrium. They got an atrium between the two buildings. And then I'm sure we'll be out there in the summer. I'll have to talk to Tom and get on the radar for that. But right now, that's what we've got on tap. So March 9th is the next. But the next show is going to be with Mr. Mike Ostrenga on Sunday at the Broken Ore. That is the concert for Gordie. I'm looking forward to it. Now, I did hear there's some snow coming in.
I did too.
I heard this.
Nothing. That's nothing.
4-wheel drive. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I got all-wheel drive too. It does suck if it snows. I'm hoping that they're at least off on the amount of snow.
It's the keyboard player. Why don't they're the ones that always run into problems.
Yeah, they always do. Those
blame it on the keyboard player.
Damn straight. Screw them all.
Yeah. Hell with it. We'll settle the world's problem with bass guitars.
Damn straight.
Bongo. Right. if the world can't be peace to the world through bass guitar and bongos. I like that motto.
It's good. I like it.
Mike Ostrenga, thank you for coming on the Hogpod podcast in your condition.
Like I say, I'm not a singer, so it doesn't matter. I talked to Mojo today, and he said he was coming down with a little something, so he's gonna just sleep tomorrow. We're rehearsing Wednesday, so I'm like, and he sings a lot of the stuff, so he had to cancel rehearsal. He joined a band, Voyage, with Al Hamilton.
Is it Voyage or Voyager?
Well, Voyager, maybe.
But,
It's Al's band, real good band. They play festivals and stuff.
yeah.
So he was bummed he had to cancel a rehearsal last night maybe with them. So I'm like, well,
I think we have Mike O'Brien coming on here soon.
he is. He
I think
is.
so we have to ask Beth. Beth has the calendar. She's the curator of the calendar.
Beth's a go-getter.
And we got to promote something else here. We've got merch now.
What?
Hogpod merch.
That's awesome. What
Go
kind
to
of merch do you
Hogpod.
have?
They look for merch. There it is.
What kind of merch is it, Pete? What do we got?
All of it. Hoodies, t-shirts, stickers, and it's our first, 1.0. So we are open to the suggestions for different
How about
swag.
hat? Got
Hats
hats?
hats,
Why not?
everything, brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a hat.
All right, boom.
Yeah, we're still in the process. This is the infancy of it, right?
Oh, this is all 1.0.
Yeah, and so we have Mike Dermont's mom is helping with the merch.
Kathy.
Kathy,
I
and then
saw
we
that.
also have Beth is
Beth is
helping
always
with the
in it.
merch.
And Mikey O and Mikey D and every,
I got to look at it a little bit more. I got some ideas. My ideas always involve a lot of my t-shirts have skulls. I don't know why, but they do. They have a lot of skulls.
okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Well,
And a wolf
like it.
howling.
I'll wear one of the skull hats when I play with the blues guys down at Buddy Guys. How about that?
Boom.
Yeah, that's right. You play down at Buddy Guys. We can't forget about that. You're down at Buddy Guys Legends. This is big.
Buddy Guys, House of Blues, yeah, with Ivankovich and Chicago Slim, the Blues All Stars and all that. That's a lot of fun. Sometimes when I'm up on those stages with people at that level, I'm like, did I wander on here? How did I do this? But then the people from around the world that are clapping come up to me, that sounded good. That makes it all worth it.
When's the next time you're down? When's the next time you're down in the city with them?
April, I think May. May will be the next show. He's Dan Ivankovich, Chicago Slim. Beth, I think, is trying to get him on this show as well.
Okay.
He's another Glenbrook South guy. His full band, the Chicago Blues All Stars, they play festivals and bigger type things. So he's doing a few shows with them. And the smaller project, Chicago Slim and Friends, which is just a 5-piece, that's the one I do with them.
Cool.
Next time, I think we're doing Buddy Guys. We're doing a Saturday night show, the headline show, I think.
Right.
So I'll keep you posted. And
oh yeah,
if you get the dates to Pete, you get it to Pete, he will put it up there.
I will do that.
Not much here or here, but right about here.
Here.
Gotcha. Tommy boy never gets old.
Does this vest make me look fat? Oh, your face does.
Big guy, little jacket.
Mike Ostrenga, Mike Orfanos. Great show. I think the internet is broken once again. Get a lozenge there, Mike, the bass player.